Alhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah amma ba'd. Brothers and sisters, it's another Nasiha session, this time with Mr. Wavy. Would you like to tell us what the Nasiha is about today?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, brothers and sisters. So today we're answering a question a brother requested, to be answered, rather advice to be given. He said, what should I do if my school is persecuting me and putting me in isolation? What's isolation firstly? Because people who are in America, Canada, Pakistan might not understand what isolation is.
Different schools use different words. In my school, they called it exclusion room. But in isolation, I'm assuming it means it's like solitary in prison. They put you in a room, not always on your own, but sometimes in a room with a bunch of other people, with a person in there who's monitoring you, away from your typical teaching schedule. So out of your classroom, out of your away from your teacher, away from your friends, in a room with a bunch of delinquent kids.
Basically, you come in, normal school day, but you're in a room on your own with a teacher.
Yeah.
Teacher's watching you all day, and you have to usually do your homework and stuff like that.
Sometimes they don't even let you do work.
Just make you stay there.
They just make you sit and do nothing.
I think
It's torture, honestly. It's bad. Whip me instead, please. Don't kill me with boredom.
Okay, so why is he being persecuted and being put into isolation? He said he's been put into isolation because he refused to shake hands with a female teacher.
Really, that's wow. That's
so mashallah, he didn't want to
he's a good guy, but that's.
And then he said, this school also disallows prayer during the school day, which is between 7:55 a.m. to 4 p.m. He said, my mother has completely refused any change to any school as my GCSEs are closed. What should I do? Which means he's in year 9.
That means he's in year 9. That means he's
unless he means my GCSE exams are closed, which means he's in year 11.
When did the email come in?
Huh?
When did the email come in? What month of the year did it come
in?
Feb. Oh, yeah, and then it might be that his exams are closed.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, he might be in year 10. So he's either in year 9 or year 10. Yeah? Which means he's 14 or 15 years old.
Or 16.
We don't know Allah, but the point is he's a teenager. Okay, I've got so many questions. The first one is, why is your mom letting you stay at a school where they don't let you pray? If it was me, the first thing I would do is move my kid out of the school, innit? Because obviously they're being a bit difficult. But the other thing is, I'm not even sure schools are allowed to let you do that.
No, it's actually not legal.
Are they allowed? Let me just check. Hold on.
They can't legally prevent you from exercising your religious needs. Like, for example, if a sister wants to, wear the jilbab in school, she has the right to be able to do that. If a person wants to pray, if a person, for example, look, let's not even use Islam as an example. Let's talk about Sikh kids. Sikh kids wear the turban, okay?
Yeah.
They are allowed to wear that. To the point where the laws are so serious that, for motorcyclists, yeah? Obviously the Sikhs, they can't wear the motorcycle helmet because...
Motorcycle helmet?
Yeah. The motorcycle helmet, when they wear the turban, they can't wear that.
I couldn't find out whether the schools let you do it. So they wear a turban and they can't wear a motorcycle helmet because they wear a turban.
Because they wear a turban, right?
Okay.
So that's obviously illegal. But then they went to court and they won the case. I think it was like 1988, something like that.
Okay.
Where Sikhs are now allowed to They're allowed to
ride a bike without
a motorcycle helmet.
Wow, without a helmet. I mean, yeah.
Also,
that's
also carrying the dagger called the kirpal.
Oh, the kirpan.
Is it kirpan?
It's with an N, yeah. Kirpan.
Okay, the kirpan. So they carry that, right? Now, obviously, you're carrying...
I heard about that. It's not allowed to be sharp. And so there's
there's
a few other rules, but they're allowed to carry
whatever it is. It's still a weapon.
In accordance with their religion.
It's a weapon that you can dead a person off with, right? And the point is that they went to court and they got the legal right to be able to do that because it's their religious belief. Okay. So I'm saying now, based upon that, you are allowed to be able to exercise your religion as long as it's not being disruptive to other people, as long as you're not breaking the laws.
I mean, if he emailed in and he said, listen, they're not letting me leave class to pray Dhuhr, I would say, you know what, that's like, try and be respectful, pray at break time or something, like try and meet in the middle, don't try and step on people's toes, of course. But he's saying they're not letting pray at all. That's a different question, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm saying, look, generally speaking, you can pray your Dhuhr time during lunch. There's no two ways about it.
Yeah, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock inshallah.
Yeah, people usually finish school about 3:15. You can pray your Asr. I mean, it's not really nice to pray at that time.
I was praying when I was in secondary school, and you can make that time. You can pray at Dhuhr at at lunchtime. You can pray Asr after. Even in this country, like
Only
the way
in
our
winter.
winters and summers. No, even in winter you can make it.
No. But I'm saying winter or dhuhr. I mean, if you're Hanafi, then you can pray. But if you don't follow that time, then Asr in the winter finishes at like 2:30. Even 2. If it goes up to 1:50.
You mean it finishes or starts?
Oh, sorry. Asr starts at 2:30, which means that you gotta pray that in school. But just generally speaking, now we're talking about the summer. You can pray your dhuhr easily. You can pray it during school at the lunchtime, and you can pray it after school. Like and you know, you can go into a little corner. Let's just say hypothetically they're being proper disrespectful. They're saying no way in hell are you allowed to pray on our premises. Disobey them.
Yeah, no, I would say, look,
you ain't breaking no laws.
Yeah, it's not illegal. And the other thing is that, let's be honest, 5 minutes to pray Salah isn't really disruptive to your own learning. Like, it's not like you're taking out 2 days to pray and it's going to disrupt your GCSEs. It probably isn't. So, I mean, say, for example, you just came back from lunchtime and you got a 5th period. So, in my school, you had period 1, period 2, break, period 3, period 4, lunch, and then period 5. So, let's say it's lunchtime.
Even the guys have periods?
Not like that, man. You know what I mean?
Man having 5 periods a day? Man having
5 days a week. Anyways, yeah. The point is, we had 5 periods. And
putting bare issues in your food? School dinners?
Bro, stop, man. Yeah. So
we're a bad combination. I noticed this. We're a bad combination.
The point is, look. So say for example, you just
because he's so wavy.
I'm
sorry. Go on.
Let's say you just.
What's funny is that we've been kind of arguing over the last couple of days, isn't it? But this video is just.
Should we bless it?
Should we bless it?
No, we meaning to bless it for a minute.
We've not been arguing, but you know,
it's
just been a bit, you know, we needed this.
I didn't think he clocked it. I thought it was just me.
I've been okay. It's okay. You've been moving kind of still.
Bro, it's because you don't turn up to work on time.
That's because I'm at home and suddenly I get a phone call. Oh, bring. Someone's got a jinn. Can you come help do ruqya? And he's like, you got to be at work. I'm like, bro, I'm doing ruqya.
Okay, anyways, the point is, say for example, you just came back from lunch, and you didn't want to pray in front of the whole school because you might get caught and maybe your friends might snitch you. You know, honestly, I would set up a pact with my other friends. We're gonna pray one at a time. Everyone check the corridors to make sure no one's coming. You know, set up a little instigate, like set up something like that, and pray one at a time and just make sure. But let's say you don't want to pray in front of everybody. You're the only Muslim in the whole school and nobody else prays. Okay, fine. Let's say it's 5th period now. Everybody's gone. And quickly, before you go into class, let's say you come into class. Like, coming in late seems like less of a disciplinary action than praying. It seems like your school is against the idea. So if that's the case, then just come in late, 5 minutes, whatever. Just, you know, make sure you do wudu in the lunchtime and then just pray quickly 5 minutes your dhuhr before you go to 5th period. And then go in. And then your teacher will say, why are you late? Just, every day, 5th period, I'm late, innit? But there's nothing wrong with that. That's probably easier for you than, you know, praying in front of other people. Now, the next thing is, okay, let's say your mom is really against the idea of you leaving the school. My advice would be, you have to leave that school regardless. If they are, as you describe, which is that they don't want you to pray.
They're actually breaking the law.
Yeah.
How are they putting you in isolation because you don't want to shake a woman's hand?
Yeah, okay, we'll get onto that in a second. We'll get onto that in a second. The point is, look, if they're not letting you pray, it's really a bad idea for you to continue being at that school. And trust me, I know people who went to really bad schools. If the concept is that your mom doesn't want you to leave because it's a really, really good school, I know people who went to bad schools and they got good grades, man. It's all down to you about your grades. But yeah, if they are not letting you, you can't stay there. And if your mom's not letting you move, then honestly, my advice would be get kicked out. not in a, like, do it strategically. Don't be such a bad kid where they bar you from secondary schools.
Don't break the law.
Yeah.
And don't do anything haram.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what he said. That advice is on him. It's not on me. That advice
I'm not saying be a delinquent kid where nobody's gonna take you or anything. I'm just saying, look, if it comes down to you praying on time or you staying in that particular school, I'm not saying keep
praying on time till they kick you out.
Keep praying on time
until they kick you out.
And that's basically the blunt way of saying it. But in a sense where just get moved to a different school.
Yeah.
And most schools aren't like that. My school was okay, and like. It was like a 50-50 in regards to Muslims and non-Muslims. There was a lot of people, but I'm saying most schools are alright.
Just to sum up, I personally think you should seriously get some legal action taken against the school. I'm telling you, they are not allowed to punish you because you're refusing to shake a woman's hand because religiously you're not allowed.
Yeah, like you are not allowed to touch. Even personal preference. Let's say I'm a bit of a germaphobe. I don't want to touch your hand. What? sorry, I don't want to touch your hand, I don't want to touch his hand, I don't want to touch anybody's
Yeah.
hand. Are you going to, like, literally, it's persecution.
Yeah, what
You're
is,
going to
man?
persecute me for not shaking your hand.
But
So
then-
you're just a bit disgusting. I don't want to shake your hand. Sorry.
But it's true. Well, it's true. Some people have OCDs, and then they'll diagnose this as a problem where he doesn't want to shake people's hands.
Yeah.
The point is underlying factor that I don't think we touched on too much in this video that we should have. Yeah, is at the end of the day, akhi, you don't obey the creation when they tell you to disobey the creator, even if it's your mum telling you to disobey the creator. So akhi, I'm really proud of you, bro. I'm bad, And I actually know there's a lot of young brothers and sisters who got violated. It's kind of like the feds. Like sometimes the feds will run up on you and then they want to come into your yard and search it, but they don't have a warrant. But then they kind of make it seem like they're justified to kind of step in your yard and look at everything. But you actually have the legal right to say.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of stories like that.
You actually have the legal right to say, listen, if you're not here to rescue, life and limb, or if you're not here with a legal warrant, you have the right to step in my house.
Yeah.
Right? But people don't know they can say that, so they can go away. Some teachers are like that, where they enforce
Abuse of power, innit?
Abuse of power,
Yeah.
but they don't have the right to stop you from praying. They don't have the right to punish you because you don't want to shake a woman's hand. But they'll come across like that. So I'm saying
The other thing is, it sounds like they haven't, like, that actually does sound like a situation of abuse of power, because it doesn't seem like they've called his mom and told him, yeah, he didn't shake this lady's hand, so we're gonna tell. Like, maybe she would say, nah, look, what's going on? She doesn't know what's going on with her with her son, innit?
I mean, I
Maybe
personally
something
think
like
definitely these teachers need to be taught a lesson, but that lesson should be taught to them in a way where it will get to them. So I'm not saying go and do nothing mad to the teachers.
Yeah, of
no,
course.
what I'm saying is take legal
Just
action.
like call your mom, tell your mom, listen, mom, they're not letting me pray, mom, they're telling me off for not shaking the lady's hand. Bring your mom in, bring someone you know in. Like, why are they doing this to you? They're not allowed to.
Matter of fact, if there's anyone who's watching, who might have any legal experience and may be able to help this brother, send us an email at thesession@gmail.com and we'll put you in touch with the brother, because I actually want to see this. I want to
see this through. I want to see what happens.
I want to see that teacher put into isolation. When I say isolation, I mean solitary confinement. I know, because it's illegal.
Yeah, no.
I want to see that teacher sacked.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, same. Coming for your job.
No, honestly, is there anyone watching who has been legal experience or has the ability, that can help this person legally? But brother's being put into isolation for wanting to shake hands.
Yeah.
Anyway, brother, may Allah bless you, because you're following the command of the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet said, hadith is narrated by Imam Tabarani, rahimahullah. The Prophet said it's better for a man to have an iron nail run through his head and then for him to touch the hand of a woman who's haram for him.
Yeah,
right? So actually, mashallah, you're doing good. And as for the prayer, never leave it behind. All my young brothers, all my young sisters in school who are being oppressed, remember, your reward with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is great. Do not forsake your religion. But at the same time, listen, do not be a bad student. Because when you're a bad student, you've got a track record of being bad, disrespectful, and suddenly now you want to pray. The teacher is just going to see it as he just wants to leave the class. Why? Because he's a bad kid. And now he's using the excuse of prayer. Okay, if you're a student who genuinely cusses out the teacher and then you're like, no, I don't want to shake your hand, they're not going to see it as, oh, he doesn't want to shake my hand for religious reasons. They're going to see it as, he doesn't want to shake my hand because he's trying to disrespect me or embarrass me somehow.
He's trying to like rebel and stuff.
And
we're actually not allowed to be them kind of students. Those like class clowns who are always being disruptive and rude to the teacher. We're not allowed to be them.
No, we're supposed to be on time.
Yeah.
Because remember, our
Respectful.
religions, we're supposed to be respectful. Remember, anyone who teaches you, even the person's a kafir, remember, the person benefited you knowledge. Okay, so you owe respect to them. Hal jaza'u al-ihsani illa al-ihsan. Allah says, is there any reward for good other than good? So if your teacher's been good in the fact where they taught you maths, they taught you English, taught you how to speak, they taught you science, they taught you things that you're gonna from this go to university, college, get degrees, then they deserve a bit of respect.
Yeah,
they deserve a huge amount of respect. Okay,
Definitely.
even the person is a kafir and the person is older than you. But with that said, like I said,
So, and if you're well behaved, the other thing that I'm failing to, maybe it's because he hasn't provided enough information. Yeah, if there's more than you, if there's more than enough like Muslims at the school, and you guys are generally well behaved, I don't see why the teachers have. Maybe, like, it's possible that every teacher in the school is just anti-Islam. It's very possible. But I'm saying it's unlikely, and I haven't heard.
sometimes you can even go to teachers within the school that will help you.
Yeah,
There's some just like you're like, listen, miss, like
there's some nice guys in there. Yeah.
Before we end the show, I just really want to know, why did you go into isolation?
Why did I go into isolation?
What did you do?
No, are you sure? I can't. I actually.
If it's people, cut it out. Okay, we won't talk to the people about that. We won't talk to people about that. Alhamdulillah, me, I never been in isolation. Alhamdulillah, I never went to isolation. Furthermore, I never even got C10. C10 was a 1 hour detention after school. Furthermore, I never even got a C5, which was a 10-minute detention, except for in the end of my last year.
You went to a good boy school, bro.
I didn't.
My form class. Yeah,
my school was the first.
We went every year. We had a different form tutor.
My school.
We made all of them cry. 5 years in a row. Our form tutor cried and said, "I don't want to work here anymore. I'm leaving." Ran away. Like, you know someone...
The difference is this, yeah.
You know?
The difference is this. It's not true. My school was the 13th worst school in the country at the time.
Wow.
It was actually a school that was made for young offenders, and kids would go there. And then over the years,
Your
it
school
changed.
is the Australia of the schools.
Kind of, yeah.
There isn't all the criminals there.
So literally people would come out and they'd go there, and then it changed. It changed. By the time when it changed, but it was still 13th
Yeah, like
worst
Australia's
school
a
in
real
the country.
country now.
But check this. So why didn't I get isolation? Because my dad told me he would send me to the army in Pakistan if I ever messed up like that. And wallahi, one time my dad took me to an army base in Abbottabad in Pakistan.
Abdabad.
Yeah, wallahi. And he showed me what they do to discipline people. And let's just say...
What do they use to discipline people in Abdabad?
Let's just say I didn't want to get my ankle smashed.
Hammer.
With the butt of a rifle.
Oh, wow.
So I was like, Dad, I'm not getting no isolations, inshallah. Anyways, let's call it a day.
I was scared of that kind of thing because of the permanent record. If anyone knows about the permanent record...
Like that was you. Anyway, listen, my young brothers, my young sisters, stay firm unto the sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ and don't waver. Remember, you obey Allah Azza wa Jal first and foremost, and everyone else comes after.
No.
Assalamu alaikum. Hey guys, I really hope that you benefited from that video. Before you go, I want to ask you a really important question. Have you guys ever thought about studying Islam and seeking knowledge? If not, then I want you to reflect upon this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. The Prophet said that seeking knowledge is obligatory upon every single Muslim. Of course, that doesn't mean you have to be a scholar, but you have to know the basics in order for you to be the best possible slave and worshipper of Allah that you can possibly be. So we decided to provide a solution for this. You see, many people want to study, but they don't have the means or the resources to do so. So we set up an online institute called the Knowledge College, where you can study Islam from the comfort of your own home. So if you want more information on the Knowledge College and you'd like to sign up, go to the link below, check out the website, and hopefully we see you on the other side. Assalamu alaikum.